Hey guys, this is Ivar checking in. I'm in my cave, my Short of Heaven studio. It's a songwriting studio for the most. I do some recordings for our albums here. If I get stuck, I can always call Ivar, who runs an actual studio. But this works well for me and my writing. Got my lovely guitars and a bunch of keys here. I wanted to post this because we're closing in on the release of the Caravans to the Outer Worlds. And it's been a wonderful run-up. The support for the video, for the title track by Gawi, has been just amazing. So thank you everyone. The story behind Caravans to the Outer Worlds, the EP, is as follows. 2020 was a brutal year for everyone. But it was also a year that underlined stamina, the will to drive forwards, upwards, inwards, downwards, whatever, all directions for Enslaved. The key word being motion, movement, energy. And we certainly didn't rest on our masks. We did these live streams, which have been released this year as a set. We did a Norwegian tour, actually, in December, Jul I Utgard, which was quite the challenge, but we managed to pull it off. A great tour, 10 dates, from the very north of Norway in Tromsø and all the way to Mandal in the way south of Norway. And it was so inspiring, both the response from the people at these shows and from you guys online to the shows, and especially to Utgard, the album, our last album, which have received fantastic response. And all this sort of culminated in a very strong sensation for me that it was not an end of an era for Enslaved. With these lineup changes, we've been so incredibly lucky to expand the lineup with Ivar and Håkon. They are forces of nature. Incredible guys, and really raised the level in the band. So us three old guys, me, Grutland and Icedale, really felt the surge of energy going through the band with them. And all this just gave me a total burst of inspiration when we arrived at the Christmas holidays 2020. I was getting ready to hang out with the family. Let, music industry ban be whatever that is, and just hang out with the family. But it was such a strong wave that came over me that I ended up taking parts of the studio. A lot of it is mobile, since I use it on stage also, and basically put it in the middle of the living room and writing out the EP there. I guess the family thought, hey, it's the Christmas holidays, why not have an oversized gnome in the middle of the room playing guitar? So that worked out nicely. I was on the phone, of course, with Gurkla, and we worked out the concept. This idea that came to me is not so much a novel idea as a sort of a clarification of what I felt was going on. As I said, it was a new beginning for Enslaved, not an end of anything. And with that, taking into consideration that we think circular about everything, like our forefathers from the Norse days. Linear is what we're used to these days with monotheistic thinking. You begin at some point, then you end up there. And in those guys' case, given some kind of judgment, and then you begin some kind of new line. For us, we're thinking circles that we're moving in, where we end up going back to our origins, our roots, and then we're at the middle section, and like we did with Below the Lights, and then back to the new one. But this felt like we're going onto a newer circle, a higher, more expansive, wider, more challenging, more amusing, interesting one, both in terms of music and lyrically. The world of Enslaved was sort of jumping hoops, so to speak. If it seems foggy, that is basically what I do. So bear with me. It also doesn't make sense to give you a detailed personal interpretation for myself, as that would kill off the inspiration for you to make your own. Is my theory. So we needed, maybe not needed, but it felt right to have an EP, a transitional piece to describe this jump, this movement from one orbit to another, to the new one, from one circle to the next circle. And that's how Caravans to the Outer World came about.